With a 15 million buyback clause, it would be ludicrous not to activate the Jeremy Boga transfer. But we need to take into account different stats. We need to look at all the metrics. And today we're going to do that. Not just goals and assists, not just man of the match, not just who scored rated, pass completion, dribbles attempted, unforced errors. Stick around. I've got all these stats for you guys. You will know who the right choice to be the ultimate winger next to Hakim Ziyech. Let's do it. Welcome to the Kavkas view, guys. Day 45, no trim. I apologize in advance. And I am truly, deeply sorry that I have to put this face on camera with this trim right now. Ridiculous. So, who is Jeremy Boga? Jeremy Boga is a Chelsea youth project that came through the ranks being tipped to be a future Ballon d'Or winner. Few injuries, Antonio Conte, Gary Cahill occurred, and next thing you know, we sold him for 2.5 million with a 15 million pound buyback clause to Sassuolo. My man's at Sassuolo, smashing it up. All so good that Napoli won him, Barcelona won him, Chelsea won him. We've got a buyback clause. They don't. Sassuolo's asking for north of 40 million. With us, 15 million. It makes sense just to buy him, doesn't it? But it's not that deep. It really is that deep. We paid nearly 70 million for Christian Pulisic. Hudson Odoi is on a bumper contract. You can't just dash him to the side. This is not dash the CDs out the car. This is not that thing where you can just say, you know what? You play one game, you play another game. You play this game, you play. Finances are involved. People's personalities are involved. People's egos would be bruised. You need to have two that could rotate around that one position. 3 is surplus to requirements. Let's get into these surplus and requirements, starting with the stats. Like and subscribe or this video will not continue. Nah, I'm joking. Let's get on with it. But make sure you do like and subscribe. It really helps. Let's continue. As you can see, they've not played the same amount of games. Due to injuries, Pulisic and Hudson Odoi have played half the games that Boga's played. So keep that in mind. But Boga scored 8 goals compared to Hudson Odoi's 1 and Christian Pulisic's 4. Gang, Hudson Odoi is bossing the assists with 4. Jeremy Boga and Christian Pulisic are with 2. That is interesting. We need players that get numbers on the board. We need players that are productive because it's not enough to count on Tammy and Giroud. We need shooters on either side. Hakim Ziyech will do that, in my opinion. I'm getting really excited about him, but he will do that. The other 2, they need to step up. They need to get me minimum 8 to 9 goals a season and around about 6 to 7 assists. No excuses. Looking at these statistics, it's evident why Hudson Odoi isn't scoring as much. 1.2 shots on target per game. Attempts on goal, 1.2. Boga and Pulisic, 2.5, 1.9. You can see there, they shoot first strike like wingers. They are consistently trying to get goals. With the man of the match performances, Pulisic is edging it. Might have something to do with that hat-trick he scored, but Pulisic is edging it. Boga's with 2 and Hudson's with none. Which is surprising who scored, because I remember a few games where Hudson was unplayable this season. But that's interesting. Let's move on to the next step. Creativity is going to be integral in this. When Chelsea attack these days, they need to have creative wingers. They need to make sure that Hakim Ziyech running in behind has someone creating for him, and it's always not one way. Tammy Abraham and Giroud are going to be needing service to score goals. So the fact that each one of these players in Pulisic, Cho, and Boga can only average 1.1 to 1.2 key passes a game needs to be upped. It needs to be improved, and it needs to be improved considerably. Cho averages 1.5 dribbles per game. However, if you look at Christian Pulisic, 2.5. And you know what? Pulisic is a great dribbler. Very neat control. He attracts players almost Hazard-esque. But the man that is Hazard-esque is Jeremy Boga. 4.5 attempts of dribbles per game. This man attacks players' feet to kick him like a magnet. He is so foul-proven. He wins free kicks. He's powerful. He's strong. He's athletic. He is a great player on the ball and off the ball. Very intelligent. And the way he dribbles with the ball is Hazard-esque. I don't mean to say he is Hazard. I mean it's Hazard-esque. Top players don't lose the ball unintentionally. Top players do not get dispossessed on a regular basis. Hudson Odoi doesn't get dispossessed that much. You can see by the stats. Jeremy Boga and Pulisic, the stats are considerably higher. 2.7 for Christian Pulisic times a game that he gets dispossessed. That needs to be improved. We cannot afford to keep getting caught in turnovers because someone over dribbles or someone attempts something silly. If that's in the final third, we can accept that. But unforced turnovers, that needs to be fixed up. I can't have that in this team. We're not good enough defensively. We're not solid enough. And we play an expansive, open game where our centre-backs are left exposed. And with Jorginho sitting in front, it's not the right way to be. Bruh, you can have Makalele sitting in front. If you keep losing the ball, you're going to get punished eventually. Who scored sets metrics? 7.31 for Jeremy Boga. It means he's the best rated player out of the three this season. His performance is highlighted. Hudson comes last and Pulisic comes first. We need to take this with a pinch of salt, only because of the sample size of games Pulisic and Cho played. I think Cho coming off an injury, Pulisic coming into a new league, Boga getting his breakout chance. So you need to be a little bit more defensive about it and understand these stats aren't concrete. I can't give you 2 years worth of stats because Boga and Cho just broke in. They've hardly played football in their career due to injuries and lack of opportunities. So it's very risky to look at these stats and think that they're concrete. But they do paint a picture. It's the good initial inkling of what's to come. The style of play Chelsea play, the wing backs are the ones that do most of the crossing. So if Boga plays on the left and Hudson plays on the left and Pulisic plays on the left, it's understandable why their cross is going to be low. Boga averaging 0 crosses is because he comes in and threads balls through. That's what he does. It's not his style to go on the left-hand side and whip it in with his left foot. I think he'd have a great relationship with an Alex Telles or an Emerson or even an Alonso. I pray Alonso's not at the club, but it would work. So the crosses stats are a little bit scary, but don't be scared. The pass completion with the 86 and 85 for Cho and Boga, they satisfy me. Pulisic needs to up that. 80% is not good enough. I don't want sloppy passes. I'm getting rid of Willian, so it doesn't mean I have to have another one. So please fix that and we in business. All in all, that's the statistics. My personal point of view is simple. We've got Hudson Odoi and we've got Christian Pulisic. I want to see the development in the two of them. I think not signing Boga back right now would be ludicrous. Whilst I think Boga coming back is a smart decision, it's not the best for Boga. It's the best for Chelsea. But there needs to be a little deal with Boga, in my opinion. You bring him back, he goes on loan to the Premier League somewhere and goes and plays. Because there's no point bringing him back, sitting on the bench, watching everyone else whipping excursions, crosses in. Because there's no point. You're just killing the guy. It's not good for his career and it's not worth it. But if you ask me at this current moment, who's the best out of the three? Jeremy Boga. I think he's got tremendous potential. I think he's the best player right now. And personally, if it was up to me, he would be on one wing and Hudson Odoi or Pulisic would be on the other wing. I would have never signed Ziyech, but I'm getting gassed about it now. Guys, I'm a Chelsea fan and I love this club. So whether it's Pulisic, Hudson or Boga, I'm going to be back in the team. I'm going to moan, I'm going to complain. That's why you should subscribe. You're going to have a lot of entertainment going through this journey with me, ups and downs, because there's going to be a lot. This team is going to give us a lot of stress, but at the same time, a lot of success. We've got great players, so let's back the team. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. This was the Kavkas view, guys. I'm out. Peace. Make sure you stay tuned for all the latest Chelsea news on this channel. Bye-bye.